Okay, back. I just had a few problems here. Anyway, I was out in the other rooms also, so. Okay, I'm going to play one more show. I'm going to get a little tired here, so let me see something real fast. Shoot. Actually, that will take a little bit. Okay, this one's 84 minutes. I think. Okay, 4th of March 1961. This one's 80 minutes, so let me turn this one. Got this. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. Things happened.
Like that 30 seconds before the landslide, somebody has to get hit with lightning, and then 5 minutes before that, the flood comes. Here we go. I have a commercial here right off the bat. Hey, George. I feel like hitting out a few fly balls here. Good morning. You'll find that I have a tendency to be very dangerous on Saturdays. Saturday is a dangerous day. Hi, George. I'm walking along 49th Street not more than 10 minutes ago, and I feel it in the air already. It's just Saturday. That's all. Saturday is the dime store day. Yes, I don't know why that is. Saturday is a dime store day. It's as though the whole world has dark maroon kind of mahogany woodwork, and there's that dime store smell in the air. All that dime store candy and all that stuff in the dime store. Have you been in the dime store recently? Or do you call it the 5 and dime? Or is it the 5 and 10 to you? Well, in the Midwest, it's called the dime store. And in the dime store these days, of course, there's more shouting than anything else goes on in dime stores. You can't hear, your ears are jiggling constantly. There's the sound of a guy saying, "Step out right up, ladies and gentlemen. In just a few moments, we're going to begin to give away these wonderful ballpoint pens." Now, of course, our only object in giving these away is to make sure that many people are using them so that other people will see them, and they will be on the market very shortly. They will be on the market very shortly, and when they get on the market, ladies and gentlemen, they will cost over $7.95. However, for those of you who are fortunate enough to be here at this time, fortunate enough to be right here at this very moment, we are going to make these pens available to you absolutely as a gift. Absolutely as a gift. Now, of course, to show your good faith, we're going to require a nominal payment a payment that just pays for the advertising of this beautiful, wonderful ballpoint pen that writes forever, that continues to have a beautiful, easy, smooth working point for years and years on end. We will also include with this pen an ever-sharpening paring knife, with a non-burnable plastic handle. Now, step right up. Have you noticed when these guys are doing this, when they're trying to gather a tip, as Long John would call it, they don't look out at the crowd. They're looking down. They're rearranging all their stuff all the time. So this is all part of the technique, you know. They're very businesslike. Ladies and gentlemen, now step right up. For those of you who have been fortunate enough to be here at this time, you're going to find yourself going home with a wonderful... Ladies and gentlemen, step right up. You know, shuffling things back and forth. And I'm over there trying to buy myself some jelly beans. Ladies and gentlemen, I hear the sound of this roar, and by George, I'm back home again. The world is a gigantic skin game. And there's just two kinds of people. There are the people who skin, and then there are the people who get skinned. And I suppose being one or the other is no more fun than being the other, because the guy who gets skinned invariably feels that he's gotten a good deal. And the guy who does the skinning invariably feels he's gotten a good deal. And as a matter of fact, all of us are, in the end, in the total ultimate end, here to be skinned anyway. And so it really doesn't make any difference. It's just the little momentary victories here and there, you know. Like the other day, I'm walking on 38th Street, you know. The world is a kind of... well, I've often wondered just how much of what we see, how much of what we think, and how much of what we dream and put together is a kind of projection of an image of what we want things to be. And things never are, actually. I'm walking on 38th Street, way over on the west side, and this is real fist-fighting neighborhood over there. You know, oh boy, this is a real neighborhood over there. See, and I'm walking along there, and here's this tumble-down old building. It's about 4 stories high, and on the bottom level there's an old, what looks like an ex-hardware shop that's been deserted 50 years ago now, and it's full of old barrels and stuff, and the windows are dirty, and so on. There's 50 kids running in and out, and, you know, the whole business, and you can hear a couple of people having a fight on a second floor. It's going on, and it's just one of these Babel, you know, tower-type things, and it's all sort of sinking in the ground, and on the ground floor, there's a little sign, neatly lettered, that says, penthouse for rent. Penthouse for rent. And I could just see some guy renting this penthouse for about $4 a month, and it's this... you know, it's chimneys, all clotheslines, chicken coops, pigeon roosts, and everything all around him. He's living in his penthouse, and he's riding back home to Ohio. Yes, Mother, I'm not here in New York more than 2 weeks, and already I'm living in a penthouse. Yeah, you sit down there, will you? Oh, yes, we have a commercial here for boneless chuck pot roast. Boneless chuck pot roast. Sounds like at least 5 guys that I've worked with. I'm sorry. You all missed that. Boneless chuck pot roast. Sounds like at least 5 salesmen that I've worked with in the past 5 years. Hi, Chuck. How are you out there? Oh, chuck pot roast. Boneless as they come. His mother used to call them spineless. Of course, this is a new world. Boneless chuck pot roast. Look to your A&P supermarket for outstanding values every day of the week. For example, one of this week's many money-saving meat specials is on A&P's super right quality boneless chuck pot roast. You'll find old Chuck down there in the meat department, sale priced at only 65 cents a pound. And he's boneless with no fat added. The fat that he has been with him for years. So you pay only for the meat that comes to your table. You get A&P's famous super right quality chuck, cut from grain-fed steer beef, and every roast is cut and trimmed to A&P's exacting standards. So drop in and see old boneless chuck pot roast at only 65 cents the pound at your nearby A&P supermarket in nearby New Jersey and in greater New York. That's opposed to lesser New York. No A&P's there. It's like the first time I found out that there was a greater auk. That's A-U-K. That's a word for you to look up. And now, while you're looking up that word, we will move on to the mysterious, sinister city of Philadelphia. As a matter of fact, as you know, a crack is appearing in the outskirts of Philadelphia that has defied all expert analysis. And in fact, it has swallowed up already several bystanders, including one PR man who came there as the result of attempting to make the thing look like something that it wasn't. He is gone now into the bowels of the earth. Incidentally, speaking of the bowels of the earth, I'll never forget one time I'm a kid saying, kids think about what is under there, what is under there, under the ground. Most adults, as they get older and walk around. By the way, we're going to start a program of adult education here on this program. We're always talking about kids.